This is purple toothwort, a bit of a weird plant, and it's named toothwort because of the flower's resemblance to teeth. It's a parasitic flowering plant and it belongs to the broomrape family. And it's got a weird Latin name as well. Its Latin name, if you break it down, the first part of that Latin name is Lathraea. This is the genus name, and Lathraea comes from the Greek word lathreos, and this means stealthy, and I apologise if I'm pronouncing these Latin names wrong. But the second part of that Latin name is clandestina, and clandestina is very similar to our English word clandestine, and clandestine, it means something along the lines of secret. So if you put those two together, you get something like hidden secret, and hidden secret may be referring to the fact that this plant actually spends much of its life cycle underground and hidden. So this plant, in terms of its geographic distribution or where you'll find it, it's found in the west and the south of Europe, and it prefers to live in damp woodlands, valleys, near streams and ditches. The most interesting fact about this plant, at least for me anyway, is how this plant is sustained. So a lot of plants use photosynthesis, which is a process that allows them to take the light energy from the sun, water and carbon dioxide, and then transform these three into oxygen and sugars. And these sugars provide the plant with the energy for all the various functions that it performs. So we're pretty accustomed to hearing about this process of photosynthesis, but purple toothwort actually has a different strategy, and it's slightly more sinister as well. It's a hollow parasite, and that means that it survives through stealing nutrients from a host. And in the case of this plant, some of the hosts, or some of the preferred host species, include willow trees, poplars, alder trees, hazel, hornbeam. And because of this, you will usually find purple toothwort growing underneath a tree or along the base of a tree, and they'll grow in large colonies. And the good news about this is, for the most part, the host is relatively unaffected by this parasite, and in my opinion, the plant actually looks pretty good colonised around the base of trees. The purple kind of suits the woodland, almost like bluebells, but it's not always purple. Sometimes you'll get this plant in a pink form or a white variety. But personally, I've only ever seen the purple type, and to be honest, this to me is quite a rare sight. I've only ever seen this plant in one site that I go to on the regular, and this site is called Hilton Gravel Pits for anybody that's interested in. It's in Derbyshire. I'm not really sure if it can be called a rare plant, but it's definitely unique, and one that's always a treat to see for me.